day, everyone. I'm to make sure that we have the most seamless experience possible, and I understand that. So I want to be sure if my voice is still breaking or you can hear me clearly. So if you can hear me clearly, welcome Any, welcome Maria, and if I don't pronounce your names correctly, feel free to just politely point that out to how you prefer to be addressed. Can someone comment on how my voice sounds? If it's breaking, if it's clear, if it's blurry, if it's crisp, if it's sharp, feel free to unmute and just give me that feedback, please.
Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Can you hear me any?
Yes, my from my end, I can hear you very clear.
Alright. Since I'm not getting any other feedback that it's like a complaint, and I might just be good to go then. Okay. So there is the delay in starts, but before I move over to the other parts, I would just say, yeah, I understand that. A good thing. It's a very good thing you are here, and I see. Congratulations once again being onboarded in the training and for showing up despite the fact that this information was on the landing page for onboarding, but it wasn't repeated so much that the time scheduled for this would be 2 p.m. So it's possible only a few would have picked it, if at all. And so being available live for this orientation is something that's worth celebrating too, and it's also commendable. So yes, big cheers to all of you that are present and those that will be joining in, and even those that would be releasing into this. And welcome to TeamSource Institute. This is not just a group of random persons only. No, it's people, selected people that want to learn, that have chosen to learn a skill that can, change their income, their opportunities or career paths. Depending on how they choose to use it. But it's not just a random thing we are holding. It's actually a training and a very great opportunity, a wonderful one at that. So congratulations for being onboarded and selected for the scholarship program. It's not just a random thing, like I just emphasized right now. And we're happy to have you here. You get to find out more about what TeamSource is about, our training institutes, and a new aspect of our brand in general. We're into a lot of things, but this one part you get to know more about us. We do a lot as I go ahead, but I'll begin with introducing myself to begin with. So who am I? My name is Caleb Chidira Okwise. I'm from Delta State. Okwise is the name, so I did not forge it. So when sometimes I introduce and they're like, okay, Okwise, that's the name. I did not modify it. That's the name my father, father told us our son name. That's the name I met. That's the name we all met. My siblings and I. So I'm a digital marketing specialist, facilitator of this training, and I have about 6 years of experience doing digital marketing. And the purpose of this training, like I said, I'm facilitating this training for TeamSource Training Institute, but I can tell you the purpose and the vision behind it. It's to bridge a gap. It's to bridge the gap for people that are trying to gain access into the tech space. Yes, there's a lot of there are a lot of people, businesses doing the same work, trying to do the same thing that we are already working on, trying to meet that solution, meet that need. But it's still there's still a great need for it. There's still a great need for it. Access to quality trainings that can set people in the right career paths in a tech skill is actually it's actually expensive, not easy to come by, and many times it's not. You know, there are several barriers to it. There is a cost barrier, which is also a major barrier. So we are doing this to bridge that gap. And why this is particular for me, and why I choose to even spearhead this and pioneer this as a person, is the fact that I recall that how I got introduced. You know, got into digital marketing myself. It happened in 2020. Like I said, it's about 6 years of experience for me during the pandemic when Bill Gates decided to fund most of LinkedIn trainings for people to be able to get some certification so that they would be job ready after the pandemic, because he was predicting that things would become could become difficult after the pandemic. And then just to make people be job ready, have some opportunities, was a general global scholarship announcement. Some persons, I don't know if any of you are aware of it, then 2020. And that's how I was able to get some of my certifications to begin with in digital marketing on LinkedIn. They were all sponsored by the Bill Gates Foundation, just Bill Gates doing his stuff then. And at some point I was like, okay, what if at the phase where I was at then, what if this what if you know what if that didn't happen? That was just what gave me a leap. I'd taken other courses on Udemy, watched YouTube videos and all of that, but it's different going through a course program than just watching random YouTube videos or just taking some small courses here and there. And for me, that was actually like a very huge leap for me, giving me credibility earlier. It just came because at that point I knew if it was a paid opportunity, I couldn't have been able to afford it then. So it just resonates really with me. The need to do this sometimes to bridge that gap to make sure that people have access to training. That's just one of the barriers, and a training where they can get the right skill, have a quality education on the selected career paths for this particular program, digital marketing. And for us, we are doing more than just educating you on the skill. The goal is to even put them on the right path, those that want to build a career path on this. And that's part of the reasons why we created this training, to bridge that gap for people, to make it easier, to bring down that barrier for people to get into the tech space. And it's important that I state. So someone would ask, what did I wish I know when I got started? So I hope that helps. And so aside from the financial, I know that there will still be more opportunities to answer the question on why we created this training. That's why I'm just trying to hold back, but it's not a problem if I even go all in right now. So aside from the financial constraints that people have, like, this is training, quality training are very expensive. Sometimes it goes 4 digits, 5 digits in US dollars, thousands of dollars to access on some platforms, some hundreds of thousands, thousand, I mean single digits, but in some Nigerian platforms, hundreds of thousands of naira, like you are aware if you've done your research. And sometimes it's not just only financial barriers. After having the money, assessing people that would actually do the right job, put you through the training, set you on the right path is something else too that is not also easy to come by. And that's all inclusive in the purpose of creating this training. If someone asks what I wish I knew when I got started, more, I would not lie. Everything, plenty things, and that's the advantage you have coming on board here, being part of this training, is that I'll share those things with you, because I had. Just starting, I didn't have a mentor. I was starting out my own career path in digital marketing. It was more of like me trying to figure things out, watch YouTube video. Of course, I took some advanced courses on LinkedIn, like I already mentioned, but still, it's different. Taking courses is different from having a mentor hold you by the hand and trying to guide you towards a career path, trying to get you started towards to be established as a digital marketer in a career path, like we'll be trying to do for you all during this training. And I hope that you all take this opportunity seriously. And my background might be a bit noisy, it's a public holiday. So I'm not in an official environment. And lastly, why digital marketing matters today. Why is it important that why is it important that you even learn digital marketing at all to begin with? Some of you already have the zeal already, but to state this, irrespective of what people have concerns. Like, is I remember I was with a friend some time back, and he was downloading. He had a brochure, what looked like a brochure of books that listed skills that could go out of place, that AI could be replacing in the future. And he was showing me that one of them is, there was digital marketing stated, and I just smiled in my heart. I didn't even reason it so much. I think it should be this year or last year, and I just laughed about it because I didn't respond outside, because it's just not possible logically. Why is that? Because there will never be a point where a business will stop needing a customer. Every business should always, irrespective of what you sell, irrespective of what a company produces, the real you don't make any profit until you make a sale. Like whether you're selling shoes, you're selling clothes, whether irrespective of whatever the company is producing, their real business, everybody needs a customer. So it's not possible that businesses will stop needing customers, that you will stop needing professional digital marketers to work, because that's the work of digital marketers, to try to generate sales and everything for businesses in a more advanced format, and you get to know more about all of this during the training. So it's not going out of place anytime soon. And I was with a friend of mine. I was even job hunting one time, and a specific stack in web development, and I was encouraging him to apply, like do like 10 applications daily. And he said it's the opportunities are not there, and I was like, this person must not be serious. And in my head, I was thinking about normal opportunities, like normal platforms like LinkedIn. There is LinkedIn, there is Indeed. At least those two. There are many others to begin with, but just LinkedIn and Indeed. At least open it. You should be able to see, like, if you're job voting, apply like 10 times, like 10 jobs a day. Okay, so I was like, okay, bring your PC. Let me see what you're doing. And this person opened it, and I checked and saw that, oh, this person is actually right. Some of the jobs they were posted like 8 months back. This not full. This a particular stack in web development, if you understand what that means. And I was like, okay, this person wasn't lying. No, these jobs. So we checked. I actually checked for him and say, okay, this is what looks like is in demand now. So you have to tweak yourself and position yourself as this instead of as this. One might say that for digital marketing, for example, there is always a demand. That's why I'm trying to explain why digital marketing matters today, because businesses will always need sales, businesses will always need customers. So the major thing is not if there is no demand for a stack or a place like digital marketing. The major thing is if you are capable, if you are fit, if you have the right skills, if you have what it takes to land a job. But there would always be demand. Businesses will always be demanding. There will always be a need for a digital marketer. And so, but I tried the same thing out in digital marketing, and the applications, like their opportunities. And some of you that are not aware, maybe prior to now, you just think digital marketing is just one thing by the side. And you know you might even see opportunities. I don't know that those opportunities fall under digital marketing. For example, systems like a business growth developer or PPC specialist, email marketing specialist. Those are different subcategories under digital marketing. So it's not going now, it's not going anytime soon. It's a profitable career path to be in for a very long time, very, very, very long time. And there are many opportunities. That's many branches. One person cannot know all the aspects of digital marketing, but you can have an idea of what it's all comprised of. But there are different opportunities, different umbrellas of career paths inside digital marketing. So if you just go all out searching on LinkedIn or Indeed for digital marketing specialist, digital marketing manager, your responses might be less. But when you after the training, you'll be able to see opportunities that relate more to the field, and when you're trying to get established as a digital marketer, so that I don't bore you with all of this. Enough of the talk on that particular area. We've already established why this program exists to a great degree, why teams has created the scholarship, the gap in the opportunities for people trying to build their careers. I already mentioned financial gap and technical knowledge information, like enough professionals available to teach this, not just people posing to be professionals. Knowledge barrier, financial barrier, we talked about that already. There are other barriers anyways, but that's all for now in this particular onboarding process orientation call. So why digital marketing is valuable, we talked about that. So why this training is not random, it's because it's beyond just a course. It's a system to people there is skill that can open doors. So there is a lot of mentorship. He'll be having you do activities, post assessment on LinkedIn, sometimes even reviewing your profiles for those of you that want to take it to career paths. And I know that not all of us is taking this opportunity just take it as a career. Some just want to use it for their businesses, for their side hustles and all of that. But just take advantage of the opportunity that applies to you, if that's the case for you. And we would have to do a quick poll slash icebreaker sessions. I want to find out quickly how many, I would want to find out how many of us, like it stated here, how many of us are completely new to digital marketing. If you already have, we don't have so many persons on board, and I understand why, like life in this particular call. So if you're completely new to digital marketing, like you've not done any training, can you just indicate if you've done any training? uh, at least there is something you can do to, you can just say, okay, let me first of all get this. You have, right? Okay, good. One is saying I'm new. All right, beautiful. How many feedbacks do I have there? Okay, 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 okay. Now, now, what would which taking this to freelance? Like you're looking for a freelancing opportunity. You want to freelance. You're looking to freelance, and that's why you are jumping on this in particular. You've heard about freelancing. You want to make, who even knows? Okay, I believe that some of you already have an idea, but I want to be sure. I want to make sure nobody is being left out. So freelancing is just like, in case you don't have an idea what freelancing is. So I want to see our responses. Okay, you hope to freelance. And well, is there someone that doesn't know what freelancing is? Okay, but then perhaps freelancing. Uh, all right, let's see how this continues to go. I'm trying to get complete access to your messages so I can see exactly where your response are landing here. All right. Well, is there anyone on this call that is just taking this because they want to start a business, just entrepreneur, and want to apply this for, like that's the main reason. If it's not the main reason, you can just skip. That's the main reason you're taking this training, because you just want to start a business, and or you already have an existing business. You just want to learn this so you can apply this to your business. Anyways, there will be a general poll I'll be creating at the end. This is just a live feedback. There will be a general poll I'll be creating at the end where everybody will be filling on the, in this same Telegram group. But this is a live question. This is an icebreaker session. I want to interact. I want to hear a voice. Somebody just tell me your name, and the question is for this icebreaker is: imagine 6 months from now, what would make you feel this program was worth it? Like, what would this program do for you? Um, you know, that'll make you feel it was worth it in 6 months time from now. Who is coming first in this icebreaker session? Somebody, anybody. Should I call names? Just come off the mic. You're permitted to come off the mic, right? Yeah, I believe you all have. You can unmute. You all have permissions to unmute from your device, like your devices. You can unmute. So there is Rosemary. There is Rosemary. This is just to cool off before wrap up and hit the main messaging for this. You want to take a shot? It's simple. What would this, 6 months from now, what would make you feel like anybody can do this? Okay. Ah, that's silence. Even silent tonight is not the silent. So Or can I know you? You can hear me, I'm
Hello?
sure.
Hello?
Yes, yes, yes. Okay, that's yes. Please just
I'm a little bit confused. Hi, good
good
afternoon.
afternoon.
So I thought you were still on the poll and the icebreaker session. Are you asking on the imagine 6 months from
Yes,
now?
that's the icebreaker. So I'm just smallly just a clear to
Okay,
come.
that's also part of the icebreaker.
Yes, just tell me.
Okay, well, for me, good afternoon, everyone. My name is Olive. For me, at the end of the whole training, because I'm new to digital marketing, I don't know anything about it. Just that I feel like it's something, with the way the world is going, is something that I should also have an idea about and, of course, make money from it. So at the end of it all, I hope to know how to sell products online, how to do the whole, when I hear people saying drawing up media campaigns, social media marketing, I hope to learn all that and know how to utilize them in my various other works I do, and of course ultimately make money.
So in 6 months from now, if you're making money from digital marketing, you say this program was worth it for you.
Of course, because maybe by then, maybe it's not, I may be able to teach people, even if I don't, even if I don't exactly make the amount of money I want to make or make the money, I can actually teach people and still make money from it.
Oh, okay. Eh, that one's FD, right? But you can use it to make the money. Okay, thank you, Olive. Who else wants to come next? Like, it's just as simple as icebreaker session. So 6 months from now, what will make you? What will make you rather feel this program was worth it? The question is on the screen. And that's the icebreaker. You just tell me your response. But anyway, so we don't sleep so much on this. I'll share something. Okay, thank you, Oli, for jumping on that. So, oh, I want to have a run through of the curriculum and the course outline, so we can know what you'll be learning through this training. It's just important. And but before then, I already mentioned that there are several areas of application for this. Whether you're coming in because you have visions to, you know, apply this to your career or something, or the case is very different for you. Case is different, you just want to freelance. Freelancing is also part of your career, just so you know. Freelancing, but we could talk about that much later. Not now. Freelancing, people just get jobs from, long-term contracts from freelancing platforms. And if you're new to that, you're not so much aware of what freelancing is. Don't worry, you'll catch up. Or perhaps you want to start your own marketing agency, or you're an entrepreneur. Like marketing agency means you want to start marketing for businesses and making money from it. And that's another area you could apply what you're learning in this training. Yeah, on that area where you can apply what you're learning in this training rather, or lastly, entrepreneurship. Like you have a business and you want to apply the marketing to your own business. That's part of the application. So let me give you a minute to just load this outline. So we already have a list of things that you would learn. It's the same outline for everybody, you know. It's the same outline for everybody, just that you are the one that will choose how, how you want it to apply to you. So I have several outlines here. Whether you want to use it for your business, you want to use it for your 1 minute, you want to use it for your career paths, you want to use it to start your own marketing agency after you are good, you market for businesses and you make money from it. It's all good. It's just so much. It's, I'm waiting for this to load. In summary, yep. 1 minute, please forgive me on this. So I want to share my screen to this. It's where the curriculum is at and show you that one instead. So the ball is in your court. You can choose to apply. You can choose to apply this to any of those areas if that is the case for you. But let me give you a tip of what you'll be learning throughout the training program. Still the same screen. 1 minute, my bad. I found it. So so we have a course outline now. We also have a curriculum. So the week one, this will be shared. This the week one. Please hope I can see the head loud and clear. Hope you can hear me. Someone just indicates. Tell me. Meet your mic and tell me you can hear me. And so this network foundations, digital marketing overview. This just to show you an idea of what we're going through. We'll not be explain everything here. Copywriting to give you so meta ads and Google ads, then tracking optimization. Some of these terms might be very new to some of you. Yeah, then there's course curriculum. Curriculum is just like more detailed form of your outline anyway, covering some things that will have not been clearly stated in the outline. So understanding the games, digital marketing, and the same thing with your, you can see that the outline copywriting is just a bit more detailed into lesson structures with your outline, Google ads, tracking optimization, CPC, CPA. So practical projects you be given and your real campaign so that you have a portfolio, a case study to work on and to work with. So there is so much that I'll be doing. I just want you to so much excitement around the corner, and you don't want to miss out of this. I want to get you excited. I want to see what's this is not just what's cooking, what I'm planning for you. Tons of good. So there'll be several assignments during the classes to make sure that you are skilled at the end of the day, because for us here at TeamSource, beyond just giving you you know a learning opportunity or giving you the knowledge at the end of the day, you will be open to getting opportunities in house, and we hope that at the end of the day, after the 6 weeks, you get your certificates. For those of you that will be getting certified, you will be proud, yeah, to say this person, you represent us well in summary. You'll be really proud of yourself and be proud from where you've learned, to say I learned from TeamSource Training Institute and they did a whole lot. They changed my life completely. You can stand anywhere and see you are good. Global standard. So this is commitment and expectations. While there are exciting programs, exciting knowledge pipeline we've designed to load you with, if that's even whatever. Hope you understand exactly what I mean. Sorry. So we have so many good things in store, knowledge wise, that we plan to pump inside your minds to get you ahead, set you straight, give you the right knowledge, irrespective of how you want to apply it, whether you're applying it career wise, freelancing, agency, entrepreneurship. But starting, getting the opportunity, first of all, this is an opportunity, yeah. Getting the opportunity is not the biggest flex. Many people start programs, few finish, because this is the truth. And you have to you have to be aware from the beginning, and many of you are already aware. Not everybody on board is going to finish the training, not because they will be disqualified or something. For some it's just discipline, the ability to show up, consistency, doing the tasks assigned to you, and all of that, meeting project deadlines, assignment, and all of that. No matter how flexible it is, we try to make this to be. So many people start programs, you finish, the scholarship open the door, but commitment is what determines what you gain from it. And for some that maybe you're watching this and you're just maybe graduating for the university, if that's the case for someone, and I hope everybody here is going to take this more seriously. You're not really aware of what life is saying, like you never know in life they talk like like we say, and you're not really aware if there's something called a career path, if you've chosen a career path yet. It's easier for you to just miss out. I've done same, so I'm not saying something that I haven't. I've had access to opportunity scholarship that I didn't make complete use of, like I would. And after I was like, oh, okay, this thing, if I had done it then, to have set me up for this properly. But I don't want that to be you. That's why I'm sharing my story, and I'm just trying to get people to say the fact that this has come is good, but it's not the end. It's not all there is. The opportunity has opened itself. You were onboarded, you were selected, but that's not where it ends. That's not where it ends. It's just getting started. It's a very important part of it that you're on board. You got to find out about the scholarship program, but the main thing it's completing it, being a part of the training to the end. That is what matters the most. That is what is going to help you get the best out of this. That's what is going to make it count at all that you registered. That's what is going to make it count at all that you're going through this session. You're hearing my voice, you're watching the orientation. The fact that you're able to stick through, put the discipline in, and just be consistent through the whole process, so you can see the biggest transformation. I don't want any of you to waste this opportunity. Don't be the one that will be like, oh, there was one training, it just came out one time, and after some time I couldn't finish it. I could have learned this thing. I could have been set up for this. The opportunity came 2 years ago. If I had gone through, maybe I would have learned this. I'd have done this. I'd have been ready for this opportunity that's come my way now. That person should not be you. This skill can change the opportunities that come to you, make you more. I've said this before. Can there are opportunities. Thing is, are you a good candidate for them? That's what's just happening. So if so it's just, and what makes us a good candidate, if it's what you are exposed to, if it's what you have the capacity to handle, if you have the right energy or the right knowledge in that area, right? So make sure it's what it's for you in summary. So these are the expectations. Number one, commitments, right? We've talked about the commitments, discipline, staying true. And now commitment is what to ensure that is what you can milk all that you are supposed to milk from this training. Then the expectation, talking about expectation, about attendance, you have to be present, for the classes. We can understand where not everybody is present for the onboarding, the orientation session, because there was just so much messaging, too many emphasis done from our end. They send out the mails, repeat, emphasize again, and remind you all that the orientation is 2 p.m. today and all of that. And that's very much understandable. But when the class is begin, you expect that if you are going to miss the class, you set the message ahead. You are going to take classes seriously. You are going to be present for the classes. The recordings are going to be available both for the orientation session and both for the classes. Anyway, you're going to be able to access it from the website. I hope you all have created your account on the website, so you log in. For some that might not be able to make it, but at least there should be a reason why, you send a message ahead to me, your facilitator, and for the attendance you have to be present for the classes, like I said, live. If you miss out, then if there's a good reason why you're not going to be available, you will have access to the recordings on your dashboard on the websites that we have, institute.teamsource.net. So how would that be? There's a course on the website called digital marketing. I'll send the link. You are going to click that you are purchasing it, you are paying for it on site, and then from our end we'll check and approve. So you are going to process, like I'll show you how to do that here. This is already fully paid, right? It's, you're not paying for the training, but to have access to the dashboard you have to pay for it from the website, but you are choosing to pay with cash. So you click that you have paid with cash, and then we approve that you have paid without you actually paying anything from our end or the back end, so that you can get access. So you have to actually have to choose to make that payment, like payment option. That's not, you're not literally making the payments now. Let me repeat. So you are going to the website, you're selecting the course digital marketing, then you are purchasing it. Just go ahead and say you want to purchase it, but then you choose the option to pay, on site, pay physically, not the online payment. So you're not making, and you're not putting your card, you're not making any payments, there's no debit at all on your end. And then when you make the payments, it will tell you processing, because if you are paying on site, somebody from the company has to approve that, okay, this person actually has made this payment and now has, you now have the right to access this course, which is what we'll do without charging anything extra, because we already told you that this is a fully funded scholarship. So it's not free. We are covering the cost for this, but you are going to be able to access it for free. And but you, to be able to access the recordings, you just have to initiates the action, then we can approve it on our end from the back end. I hope it's clear. Please, is anybody confused about what I just said right now? Okay, Olive responded. Any other person? Is any other person clear? Alright, I'm not getting anybody else saying anything. So participation, another very important thing. So these are the expectations we have of of your amazing students. Participation during the classes, like all these meet vibes that I'm getting. When you're live, you just want to be shy. You don't want to announce yourself. I'm asking any questions. Nobody's saying. Some persons are responding. Some of you all have been responding, but then it's expected that you participate. So if I'm saying, do you understand? You are either saying a yes or a no. Why is it important? It's not just because I want to hear your voice, but because it helps me know where you are at without guessing. It helps me ensure that everybody is being carried along properly. And don't be shy to just it's expected, you're expecting that you participate. So there is no neutral ground. If a question is being asked, who is coming up, you unmute yourself, you talk. We are expecting that you participate. Alright. So a lot of you have been breaking this expectation, but you are not aware that we are expecting that of you. So you have been forgiven. So but right now, from this part of the orientation session going forward, I expect that those of us that are live now on this call become more active, more present. And the advantage that you have is that since you are on this call, it's not compulsory for you all to go through the um, live recording anymore, because the recording will be made available. But for others, it's compulsory that they go to the orientation session so they understand how the class will be going. And this is it's not a very long orientation, even though it's looking like it's going to be long, but it's just necessary that you pass across this information. So for some of you, I've noted that okay, you have been present and all of that you're present. So now still be waiting to see that you stay to the end. Then completing test tasks, there'll be assignments, right? Clearly stated there'll be assignments, test given. Why? It's not to fall your hand, it's to strengthen you. It's to make sure that you really understand what you have been taught. It's not strict. You can always, like, I'm a lovable person. I think so. So, I'm a loving person. So, what I mean is, feel free, you can come and ask your questions. So, if you are giving things, you understand that you are a student, you're not expecting to figure things all out by yourself. And I'm saying that because, I'm the facilitator for this training, and some of you will have to interact with me directly when you are giving assignment or tests. We understand, the company understand that you are a student, so they expect that you reach out. It's not to kill you, it's not to stress you, it's just to test you, to help you become stronger. So you can reach out, you should reach out with questions when you have any questions. All right, when you need clarity, where you are confused, you just come out and you reach out, you send a question. So it's expected that you complete. You don't have any reason to not complete, because we are taking all of those excuses. You cannot say you did not understand. If you don't understand, then did you ask a question? After that, you can always reach out, and I did not answer and nobody replied, that kind of a thing. So I'm here, I'm available. So if you have tasks, complete them. And these things are also going to count if you're going to get certified at the end of the day, if you're going to be receiving a certificate. And we also have respect for group rules which you'll be seeing now. So no spamming. All right, in case you're selling something, you have your own personal products. For anybody going through, not just those of us that are live here going through this orientation session, you have selling ashwebi or anything. I'm just giving weird examples to the wildest of them all. You don't just jump into people's inbox because you are all in the same WhatsApp group. People don't like anybody just invading their privacy all the time and start spamming them, selling them what you're just telling them what you're selling. If you want to buy from you, if it's reported, you just be removed. You could just lose out on the opportunity of the training. You have to respect other people. When there is room for interaction, you have to interact. Please just do it politely, no use of indecent words, no talking down on anybody, offensive or abusive words. Against each other. Now, already no spamming refers to no unsolicited DMs. Now, ask questions freely, right? Like I said, very big on questions. If you are confused, you want to get questions answered, you're always welcome to ask questions freely. And you also encourage collaboration. The fact that I said no spamming doesn't mean that you cannot reach out to a colleague to ask a question. So there are some tasks that would have some of you guys to work together. Some of group members to team up and do something together along the line. There should be room for that. But if it's not like if you have to reach out to somebody else that is a team member as you go further during the training, it should be to it should be for perhaps collaborate on what you're learning. You are trying to figure something out and you are reaching out politely in their DM, introducing yourself properly. It's me from the class. This and this. How do you deal with this? How are you handling this part of the test that was given? This part of the quiz, part of the assignment. It should be something. It should be the only parts that where you're permitted to reach out is when it's around collaboration based on division, the idea of what brought us together in the first place. The assignment, which is a training to get you skilled, then that's beautiful. That's welcome. Yeah, you can reach out, you can collaborate on that end. If that person is not responding, don't force it, you don't push it. Reach out to someone else and you are not disturbing anybody. But if somebody reaches out to you, you are expected to, if you have an idea based on maybe to ask a question based on the training, just need help to get your feedback based on what you're being instructed to do. We have to work together as you go. You have to find out that you don't even do life alone and succeed, because one of the first assignments will be setting up your LinkedIn profiles and all of that. You'll be encouraged to engage in each other's posts, you know just to help you, push you up, position you properly for those of you that will be taking this as a career path, to have a better positioning when an employer is reviewing your page. And one of the things you'll be doing is you would have to be posting frequently, at least once a week, on what you learned, what you're learning, what you're learning in the academy related to digital marketing, what you're learning from TeamSource. Here you tag the rank, you tag me, but it's not just for tagging sake, it's for you. It's for you. It's more for you than it is for anybody else. I remember one time, not so long, not just once, right? Where one time a company just reached out to me, say, okay, let me saw your profile. Based on your profile, um, we have this job opportunity for a digital market. Do you have somebody you can refer? You have somebody you can refer for this. They have a person you can refer for this job, this digital marketing specialist job. They pay is 400K per month. You know, because of my profile that showed that I've been running training. So they were reaching out if I had anybody I could recommend 400K. Why? Because I was posting something that made it look like I've been training people. So the way it works, especially on LinkedIn, is that new profile is people opportunities can reach out to you by themselves. Alright, and that's what we are even trying to set you up for. And even when they don't reach out for you by themselves, you can optimize yourself, position yourself in such a way that when you apply and people check, they can see that, oh, this person has actually learned, this person has been learning, this person actually knows something. So that's part of the things you're doing. So every week you just post and say, oh, this week during our session in TeamSource Institute, we taught this and that and that and that and that is. For now, you think you're just sharing your experience, but it's doing more than that. You know, over time, a few months from now, when you become employment ready and an employer is going through your profile and is saying that, okay, this person went through this training, the person tagged the training company. It's not a lie, it's not a scam. The instructor commented on it. Alright, this person posted that this person did this assignment, and you have like 6 posts. Let's say you're posting one per week, and you still continue posting other things about your career path and all of those. Who have those kind of sessions, hopefully during the training, that is giving you credibility. That's already positioning you. as somebody that wants to grow in digital marketing path. So yeah, so the group rules and culture, we're wrapping up with that already. I hope you are here. Nobody's sleeping. Who is still here? Say something. Oliver's engaged. The rule is to participate. It's too early to break rules. All right. Yeah.
I'm here, sir.
Okay. Beautiful. Is that Rashid? Okay.
Yes, yes,
Okay. 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 Beautiful. Did I hear Fatima? Did I hear Fatima?
sir. I can't hear you, sir. Sir, I can't hear you, sir.
Okay. Did I hear Fatima? Okay. I can see that you're muting, but I can't hear what you're saying. Okay. Okay. Okay.
I'm
Okay.
here, sir.
Oh, beautiful, beautiful. Okay, that's Fatia. Fatia, right? Please, you can let me know the best ways to pronounce your name, sir. Huh?
It is
It is
Fatias.
Fatia, okay, beautiful.
Fatia.
Yeah, 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 noted. So this is how it should be.
Yes,
Where
sir. Yes, sir.
yeah, thank you all. Where I'm asking things, calling questions, and then everybody's participate. You all should be part. Even though right now not even everybody has successfully participated, everybody is participating. Not like okay, this is just good. So great, great, great. We are making progress. It shows that we are getting things done. So what are future cost implications? Is this all free, or there'll be points in the training where you'll be asked to make any payments or anything? Or so we just have to clear everything, right? So the scholarship is totally paid for the training. You have access to all the classes. I'm already onboarding you, courtesy of TeamSource Training Institute, and yeah, they are, but you'll be making payments for your certificates at the end. The certificate is not free, but not having the certificate doesn't stop you from not making payments for the certificate doesn't stop you from accessing the classes, right? It doesn't mean that you will not be permitted to access your class because you did not make payment for the certificates. But at the end of the day, there is a certificate, and it's very important that you get that. It's very, very, very important. Why? Yeah, credibility. One, you have a certificate. Two, from yeah, we partner with other companies like brands globally, Microsoft and the like, and that would give you, that's something that yeah, it's a good credential to have on your end, a certificate. So you just have that one in your end, and it's actually very 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 affordable. Made it very very affordable for the program, and you will not be yeah, like you will not, nobody would stop you from attending the classes because you did not pay for certificates. Actually, the certificate is after the training program, not before. You can choose to make payments right away if you want to, but you're not getting the certificates until you've completed the training and you've passed the test. So it's not a barrier. Like I said, it's still a scholarship, right? Just that it's not going to come for free. So the advantage is that you have our certificates, and for our certificates, it's the only way that you can always, companies can prove that you got it from us wherever you're submitting it. So there'll be a link to to verify that okay, this person was trained from us, and the logo of some of our partners like Google, Microsoft, and the likes would be attached to the certificate that you're having, which would actually be a very good boost. Not something you should joke with at all. And secondly, when you make payment for the certificates, the outlines I'll be using for the classes comes with the comes with, it's freely given to those that will be certified, those that are getting the certificate. So the course materials, the lesson files, so you have things like handouts at the end of each classes. It will be given to only those that are getting the certificate, that are being certified, because we want you to represent us well out want you to represent us well outside, and it's actually 20,000 naira only. All right, so what does that mean? For each of the trainings that we have, nobody is stopping you. Again, emphasis. Completely, nobody is stopping you from. It's completely free to access. You know, you come into, you ask questions, you get training, you get guidance, you get counsel. But after the class, um, there would be a premium like a close mentorship group available for only those that are certified students of TeamSource Training Institute. So you will not be a part of that if you not get the certificates afterwards after the training. Yeah, you'll be like, I'll be more available putting you through, you know, maybe you're trying to build a career path in digital marketing and all of that, optimizing yourself, positioning yourself. And more than that, we are partnering with other, like you can even see TeamSource, your source for great remote teams. So partnering with other outsourcing companies where when there are job opportunities in house and we are aware of it, we can recommend, when you are certified, recommend that okay, we can just push and say okay, this person should be placed here, this person can be placed here. And when we also have need for our own self in house, we can bring you in on board when you are certified. And more than that, for every week lectures there are lesson materials, or you can call handouts, for university students or people that have experienced, so they're like lesson materials prepared that'll be very very important, you should have for yourself. But it's usually you would have that it comes together, it's it's given to only those that are making payment or that have made payments for the certificates. So that's why it's possible to make upfronts. You can be coming to class, but if you want to have like the lesson materials is only given to people that are going to be certified. But nobody's going to stop you from accessing class because you don't have the lesson materials, right? But if you want to get those lesson materials being sent to you personally that I'll be using to train you, the lesson files here, you'd have to make payments for the certificate, and it's just one off. You're not making, so you just make payments of the 20,000 naira. It covers for the certificate. It covers for all of the lesson files. So it's not like you are paying each for it. You're not paying for this lesson file separately. No, you are paying for the certificates. You are getting access to the lesson files. I get access to all of the lesson files, and someone will be like, okay, what if I need the lesson files like before the end of the program? Can I make payments for the certificate ahead? Yes, you can make payments for the certificates ahead, but you cannot get the certificate ahead. You can make payments for the certificate ahead, but you cannot get the certificate ahead. You would only have access to the lesson files ahead. Alright, and you still need to take tests, do well in your tests just like everybody else to be certified, more than just being present in classes. Take the tests, you're doing well in your tests, which it's not hard. You'll be enough support to do well, and you can retake the tests as many times as possible as required, to ensure that you get certified. So the difference is between somebody that pays upfront for the certificate and somebody that doesn't is that you can take the tests, but whether you pass the test or not, because you did not pay, you will not be getting the certificate. But for someone that pays for it, you can keep retaking until you pass the test, then you get your certificate. It's certain that you get it. So, but making payments upfront is also a good idea, so you have access to the lesson materials as well, but it doesn't stop you from being in the classes, being a part of the class prior to then. So there'll be an open session for questions too. Things are going to be fast, and we need people that would be, be able to just zoom alongside. It's a 6 weeks training, and we plan that we are giving you the most that we can inside of the 6 weeks. So it will be expected that those of you that are not present now are able to go through all of, complete this onboarding session by yourself. Blessed are you if you have been here through the beginning till now. You don't need to rewatch this, but it's expected that you have to go through from now to, watch this video, those that are not present, between now and Monday, so that you will have access to the first class. Because that diligence, that commitment, that speed too is required, and as much as it is flexible, you can rewatch a class when you are not present for the class, and you give what you should give. You should be accountable. You send a message to me, you're accountable for the class still. All right, it's very flexible, but yet there should be that diligence. You expect to see you have to be accountable, because you understand that things should be made flexible. It's a blend. As much as you understand normal life, how you cannot always expect things to be rigid, right? Things can happen. Somebody that wants to be in a class might or can miss it. Yeah, so all of those things have already been considered, but yet there's still that diligence that you expect to see. that discipline that we expect to see from someone that really wants to get trained and just take advantage of the opportunity. We are doing so much on our end to make sure that you get the most, you learn properly, you get all the knowledge required to help you stand out on a global level or a global platform. You have to do the work to make sure that you take hold of the opportunity as well. You engage in the classes. You follow up with the speed. You match up with the speed that we are bringing in on board to cover as much as we are trying to cover within the space of 6 weeks to get you ready to for the next phase that this training can open up to you. So in summary, the only future cost opportunity implication of this that I've stated so far is just for the certificates, which is going for a token of 20,000 naira only, and you've already been paid one. The cost of the train has already been forfeited, has already been cleared off from my end for you, 150,000. So this is actually very huge, a very yeah, this a very huge bonus, a very little token to contribute on your own end. And what it comes up is an enclosed mentorship platform. It comes up with other job opportunities. The enclosed mentorship platform will also come up with advanced classes. Whether you're pushing a career path or you're applying this to your business, you can actually reach out and say, oh, I'm stuck here, I'm trying to do this. So you need a certificate. Not only those pushing a career, you can say, oh, I'm trying to do this with my business. Well, I'm trying to implement this thing you said, but I'm stuck. Yeah, I'm trying to get this done. So how do I navigate this? Or even if it's something that maybe the scope of the class is not covered, you stumble, you're exploring, and you want to get certain results, you can always reach out and say, okay, yes, because you're certified, you're part of that platform. Then we will give you those answers. You read the answers. So just like a lifelong mentorship kidney. Did I use that word? Because you are a certified student of TeamSource Institute. So the mentorship, the advanced classes, you get certified. You recognize the credibility that gives you with our partners and all of that. Partners logos and certificates, job recommendations both from in-house and from outside, and very very importantly too, which might be most importantly to begin with, your course materials. You need, it's important that you have those materials. So if you can pay upfront, pay upfront. So you have the course materials after classes. Aside the videos, you can have like an handout, or you can have a handout or a material to go alongside with the training. Alright, that's all for future course implications. So the class schedule, 2 times a week. We are using Telegram. We are using Telegram platform 2 times a week, and it's completely online, flexible. You don't have to come to our office. You don't have to. Oh, of course, the next session, which you would have graduated by then, will be make some adjustments. But this one is completely online. 2 times a week. Only 2 times a week. 2 times a week. 2 times a week. And that's it. 2 times a week. And Telegram, we're using Telegram, but then the sessions will be recorded, so when you log into your dashboard, so please, if you have, I'll be going will be, if you have made that, if you've created an account, go to the website. I'll send you the link. Just click on digital marketing course, act as though you're trying to make a purchase, then say you are paying in person, you are paying physically, then it's to tell you pending. Then we'll approve from our end. We'll check our records match. If I know this name, this name registered for the scholarship, then yes, this person, we are paying for this person, so it's marked as paid. Then we'll give you access. So that's where the classes that we will be uploaded after each classes has been recorded. But the most you can do for your own, the best case is to be live. So you can ask questions directly as it hot while the class is ongoing. I know some of us registered from, but this opportunity was majorly given to Nigerians, and the audience was just targeted. It's not like if somebody else had registered would have kicked the person out of the platform, no. But the audience that we targeted for this training was probably Nigerians, and there from the dashboard, the backend, we could see that okay, it was all Nigerians. That's good. Although some of them were registering from different parts of different parts of the world, but they were all Nigerians. So this beautiful, so far so good. This like all that that has been included in the orientation session, and we're wrapping up with it already. I would want to get your questions. Monday and Wednesdays classes, and then that's the time for the classes. So and in the afternoon, so the time would be communicated actually shortly to you. But then Monday, Wednesdays, 2 times a week, and online Telegram platform. You have access on your dashboard in your website. So you also take your tests, and I'll be encouraging you to make posts. So first of all, create a LinkedIn account if you don't have any. Create your LinkedIn account. How to make a post that I expect some of you to engage on, so I can get to um, know your names and your LinkedIn accounts, just to see that you have that going on. This is for yourself. This is to position you more than anything else. So yeah. So when you begin, so I'll send a post. So we'll work with that out. You're trying to do this pari passu, right? Trying to achieve more than just the knowledge. Like I said, we're trying to position you for the career path for those who are interested. So it's so trying to work both at the same time without having one affect each other. All details on how we'll be going about that will be communicated in the general group, but the Telegram group is where classes will be holding. So please, and be free. Be free to reach out to people, but don't spam for the purpose. If you are reaching out, it should be sent out to the purpose. If there is any extra, all the expectations, I've already stated them during the course of this onboarding session. I've said the platform, the class schedule, any other announcements will be sent to the general WhatsApp group that you already have and be discussed via emails. If you haven't been receiving my emails on behalf of TeamSource Training Institute, you might want to message me. Want to send me a message because we've been sending out mails, right? And with this comes to an end of the orientation session. Do I have any questions? So let them come in, please. If you have questions, just unmute and let me know your questions. If you don't have any, we just wait for like about 2 minutes. If you don't have any questions, I should hear no questions. Okay, I'm seeing engagements from Oli. I'm seeing engagements from Fatima. Yeah, so remember there is no gray. Please always participate. If you have questions, you ask. If you don't have questions, say no questions so we know where you're at. Alright, if that's the case. So no questions, thank you, Olive. So I'm of course excited. Who is excited about what the future holds? Any questions, beautiful. Okay, Fatima, Olive. Alright, thank you for being here, and yeah. Beautiful, I'm happy you are. And I'll be looking forward. I've eyes on to reach out to actually work closely with some of you as we progress. For now, have a good time. Bye for now.